What's up, fans of LEGO? Welcome to Bricks of Billund. Each week, I will be taking you with me on my journey as I build LEGO sets both old and new, sharing my thoughts and experiences on each set as it comes together, and hopefully inspiring builders both young, old, and everywhere in between to crack open a set and savor the magic that is LEGO. So what are you waiting for? Come build with me. Welcome to episode 2. Today we have the LEGO Ideas vintage car. This was a giveaway on lego.com with a purchase, I believe, of $75 or more. And it was the contest winner for the LEGO Ideas vintage car contest they were doing several months ago. I'm pretty excited about this one. I got a couple of my other LEGO cars out here. I got the Ferrari and the McLaren here to kind of check them out in terms of size comparison. I think it's going to end up being about the same size because we're looking at about the same number of pieces here. 189 pieces on this build. So I'm going to start with sorting the bricks first, and then I'll get back with you. Oh, this is cool too. I like this. This is something that I was actually thinking about before I cracked open the set. Was there's nothing on the box about the designer, about the winner of the LEGO Ideas, but there's a nice detailed bio in here and a bunch of information on the build in a whole bunch of different languages too, which is really cool and great on LEGO's part to kind of give the designer a little bit of credit on that, which I think is really great. All right, let's get building here. So we have two little minifigs that come with this set. Looks like we got, this kind of 50s style, the woman in a leather jacket and the man in what looks like, like a high school kind of football jacket. I'll have to check it out here when I get them together. Hold on. So a letter jacket, yeah. It says with the initials NB on it. I'm not sure what that NB refers to, but here he is. And then on the back too has squids, the NB squids. And again, I'm not 100% sure if that's there's like a hidden LEGO meaning in there or not. I'm just not sure. And then you have your lady here in a leather jacket. A nice little hairdo as well too, which is really cool. I didn't comment on his hair. He's got that kind of a Fonz hairstyle look too, which is really neat. Like I said, going with that 50s vibe of this build is really cool. There's two minifigs there with that. All right, so let's get building here. And as always with my builds too, I don't do a lot of research in advance of these builds, so you're experiencing it with me as I build, and that's kind of how I want this channel to be. Less of all that research behind the build before I do it, only because I don't want to get spoiled. I want to have the build be an organic experience for both me and you. So that's why if there's some things I don't know about it off the top of my head, maybe I can put that in post too if I look it up and find out what it was or what it means. So I personally think it's so much more fun to be building LEGO and experiencing it, because then you come across the things that surprise you and excite you, throughout the build. And it's, that you didn't get spoiled in advance. Yeah, this is probably my favorite part of the build so far in terms of the colors, right? That's something too with LEGO that I always love, is this the kind of palette of colors that you're left to work with. Kind of similar to painting, right, etc. And you're always, they're built around the theme of whatever you're building, and this teal color is just a really beautiful teal color. You see that there, a little close up. Really nice color. As a thought too I just had here as well, I don't know if there's a meaning behind what LEGO chooses to put on these plates, right? This one just says AM0937. I kind of think it would have been cooler for them to just use the numbers of the set, right? And this set's 40448. That's just my personal opinion. I think it would have been cooler for them to kind of use that. Again, I don't know if that has a significance when it comes to what they choose to put on the plate. I don't know if it's maybe a nod to one of the LEGO designers, initials, something. I'm not sure. That's something, again, I'd have to look that one up. Okay, yeah, this is cool here. I do want to point this out because I was reading, I was looking some things up here. Well, my wife is helping me out with looking some stuff up as I'm building here to give you guys a little bit more information. And a lot of people were commenting on this windshield. So I think it's, not so much the fact that it's not a piece we haven't seen before, because we've seen this a lot of times, right? It's a little lower profile, but it's the way that they're choosing to place it in the car. It's inverted, so it's upside down, which is pretty neato. You can kind of see it there. I'll get some more close-ups. But the windshield is inverted, so that's pretty neat. Upside down windshield. Think about doing that. And these are cool too, that that California kind of vibe with it. These surfboard pieces for the accents on the side of the car, really cool. This is, to me, this car, screams to kind of be modeled after, those 1950s Chevy Bel Air models. If you look that up, that's just what I think of when I saw this car. It's that 50s Bel Air style. It's a little bit different, but it's kind of following that style. Any car people out there, I'm not a supercar person. My dad is. I grew up with a lot of that stuff, so going to lots of car shows and such. But those who are big car people will know how popular of a car that was in the 50s. It was a game changer. All right, so that is your vintage car. Let's get a little closer look of it here. All right, guys, so here it is, the LEGO Ideas vintage car. A couple quick things here after the build. It went by really quick and maybe took me, I don't know, 25 minutes or so to build, and not long at all. I did look this up in between. So the characters, the NB on his jacket, it's for the Newberry High from the Lego Hidden Side series, which is cool. I don't have any of the Hidden Side stuff yet. Hoping to get some of that, do some reviews on that, and some builds on that in the future. It all looks really cool. You know, the kind of integrated game aspect is pretty neat. So I'm definitely looking to check that out. So yeah, they're both characters from that, from the Hidden Side series, which again, very cool to incorporate them in here. A couple things about the build. First is the surfboards, right? They don't really like to stay on as well as they probably should. I mean, for a showpiece, is it that big of a deal? No, because it's gonna just sit on my shelf and not be that big of a deal. So, you know, would I like them to stick a little nicer? Yes, but is how they stick? Fine, it's great. The windshield, very cool. The way they decided to invert this windshield, and you can kind of pivot it to get the minifigs in and out of the car, and just kind of push it back down for that as well too. Other than that, you know, there's no other major things that I really have to say about this build. Cool little build. Again, it was a Lego exclusive. I know a lot of people were disappointed to not get their hands on this. I was reading in forums because they only had it offered for 2 weeks, I believe, as the special. Get it with your purchase of $85 or more, I think it was. And I actually have a fun little quick side story as it relates to how I got my hands on it. So I ordered the new Lego Harry Potter art set, right? And Lego sent me this with it. And when I got it, I was supposed to get the monster book, which is on the previous episode. I was supposed to get that with the set. And when I got it, they had the vintage car with it. So I contacted Lego, and being the awesome people that they are and the great customer service that they have, if you've ever dealt with them, you know, they just sent me the monster book for free. So not only did I get the vintage car for free, I also got the monster book for free, which is just really great. They didn't have to do that, and I told them that too. I said, hey, I can send the vintage car back, and you can send me the monster book. And they said, no, it's not a problem. We'll just send you the monster book. So again, I can't complain. Free sets, who can ever complain about free sets? So that's all I got for now. Until next time, keep building.